Hey everyone, my name is James and welcome back to ChippyGaming. So today's video is going to be a little strange for me, as this will probably end up being my final Terraria news video, which is very odd. For those that don't know, I've actually been covering Terraria news on a consistent basis now for over 7 years. So even though this is the final Terraria update and we've got many years to continue enjoying Terraria, this little chapter of my life of rushing to a computer to talk about my favourite game is coming to a close. And that's a little odd for me. So I wanted my final news video to be as spoilery and as news-filled as possible. Now, I'm sure you've all seen that there has been so much news over the past couple of days. I've had videos, Game Raiders has had videos, Pedguin, Chaos, there's a ton of news. But what I wanted to focus on today is the 1.4 changelog. That's right, we have it. So I'm going to be talking about every single new addition in Terraria 1.4. Now, attached to the changelog, which you can read yourself, I'll leave a link to it down below, was a collection of balance changes. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not really too interested in the balance changes. I know that they've done some heavy nerfing to fishing and some fan favorite weapons like the Amazon, but at the end of the day, I trust Relogic to do balance changes more than I would trust myself, so I have nothing really to say about it. You know, I can't wait to jump into game though and notice all those little changes. So with that out of the way, let's jump into everything that's new in Terraria 1.4. So starting off with the big stuff, we've already seen all of this, but Journey Mode is coming in the next update. We've had a video about that. We now have 2 new bosses that we can seek out and challenge. I saw Senex confirm that they're both hallowed bosses and they both take place in hard mode. One is early hard mode and one is late hard mode. We have the Bestiary, which we've covered on the channel. We have Golf, which Chaos did an amazing video about. We have the Windy Day weather event, which you guys have seen over on Chippy's couch. And we have Town Pylons and NPC Happiness. But let's keep going. We have Texture Pack support, and it has an option on the main menu. We have RGB lighting for Razer, Corsair, and Logitech hardware, which is great because it started off as Razer, now includes Corsair. We have Block Swap, which everybody loves. We have a new series of intro splash screens when you boot up the game. We have a new character and world creation menu. We have boss health bars. We have emotes. We have loading screen information. We have new styles for health and mana bars. We have new minimap borders. We have achievements that are now recommended to us. And we have an achievement for crafting a workbench. The game now has the Windy Day event. It has new ambient background objects in the sky. You guys have pointed them out. We'll now get a new celebratory event after defeating a boss or invasion for the very first time. You can now have a graveyard biome. You can see a thunderstorm. You can have a meteor shower. And during these, you'll have increased falling star rates. There's new animations for falling stars. And the character will now blink and close their eyes or squint as the circumstances call for it. Say for example, you're in a blizzard, your player will probably squint. It just keeps going. We have a dozen new biome backgrounds. The underground desert has some structural changes, new loot, and a variety of new threats. We have new paintings. We have the Oasis mini biome. We have Oasis ferns. We have cattails, lily pads. We have desert palm trees. We have granite, marble, living wood, and desert rubble piles in biomes. We have flowery vines inside of grassy caves. We have natural flowers that have been added to the jungle, crimson, corruption, and hallow. We have natural tall flowers. We have flower patches, all veins, and a few other surface microbiomes. We have a variety of new structure changes to the dungeon, a substantial number of new map screen backgrounds. We have several new glowing moss biome variants, several new traps to world generation, several new moon appearances and variation. We have new rear shell variants as well as shell pile block. We have seagrass, a unique underground background layer when in the ocean. We have new mushroom biome plants. We have seaweed, which can grow at the bottom of the ocean. We have underground gem trees, hallowed desert chest and biome key. We have new trees, a variety of fruit, which can be found from those trees. Let me know if this is all too much, but we keep going. We have a new title theme. It's called Journey's End. It's the one that we put in the trailer. We have music for the Windy Day event, the Space Day theme. We have the Ocean Night theme, Town Day and Town Night themes. We have a Storm theme, a Slime Rain theme, Graveyard theme, Underground Jungle theme, Surface Night Jungle theme, Duke Fishron boss music. We have Morning Rain theme. We have the console title theme that's been added into the PC version. We have the Underground Desert theme. We have themes for new bosses. We have music boxes for all of the new tracks. And we even have the winning tracks from the Terraria music contest. So this music contest was held like, I'm gonna guess and say about 5, maybe 6 years ago. The two winners now have their remixes in the game. You've probably heard them because they're very famous remixes on YouTube. For those wondering, we're about halfway through, but it just keeps going. We have several Blood Moon fishing enemies. We have a few Windy Day enemies. We've got some scattered enemies between the mushroom and underground biome. We have gnomes. We have wild friendly fairies as well as fairy logs, and you can put them in a bottle. We have over a dozen new critters, including some in the underworld. We've now got goldfish, and several other gold critters. We have the golfer NPC, the zoologist NPC. You can have a cat, a dog, or a bunny as your town NPC. You can now do fishing in the Blood Moon, and it will give you new enemies and new rewards. You can do oasis fishing with a few new items in it, such as an item rod. There are 2 new oasis quest fish. They've added new methods for lava fishing and significantly expanded the fishing lava loot pool. You can have chum buckets for fishing, and they've added ice, oasis, lava, and ocean fishing crates. Big breath for this one. We have a new ultimate sword, a celebration of your journey from beginning to end. We have the Celebration Mark II to the Moonlord's loot pool, an improvement replacement of the Celebration. We have the Super Star Shooter, a hard mode star cannon, an entirely new class of summon weapons called whips. These sound amazing, by the way. We have a hallowed summoner helmet, over a dozen new accessory tinkers. They've added special crafting recipes which can only be made in the presence of Ectomist of Graveyards. Several NPCs will now sell special wares when they're in a graveyard. They've re-added the Zappinator, and it now comes in 2 color variants. They've added a couple new musical instruments with basic musical functionality and added some control over the pitch of the axe's sound. They've added several amber items to match other gem crafting recipes. Can we just point out real quick, the amber was only added to make the orange torch, which was my item that I nagged for, and now we have a few things for it. I love that. They've added the Finch Staff and several other new summoning weapons. They've added the Stepping Stool accessory. They have several new rocket variants. They've added the Fledgling Wings, which are what you get in Journey mode. They've re-added the Lunar Drills, and they're now rebalanced to offer pros and cons compared to Lunar Pickaxes. They've added Dirt Bombs and Sticky Dirt Bombs, Tungsten Bullets, so that Tungsten Worlds can craft their own ammo. They've added Sergeant United Shields. Is that a reference to Captain America? They've added Jousting Lances and several other new swords. A variety of kites, over 50 new food and drink items in the game, 9 new items to the underground desert loot. They've added footballs, American ones, and many more weapons, accessories, and other useful tools. They've added the Void Bag, the Void Vault, several wind-impacted furnitures, several new bricks and walls to go with the ores or blocks that did not have them, 8 new full furniture sets and matching blocks, a collection of placeable wall that they refer to as Ecto Wall. They've added a new method for crafting placeable versions of gem-studded stone brick walls that were normally found in World Generation. Moss can now be harvested as an item with the Paint Scraper. moss can now spread too and can be planted on grey brick to make mossy brick. They've added a substantial number of new banners, including new enemies and some old ones that never had banners, several new decorative columns and beams, graveyard paintings, and several other graveyard-based furniture, blocks, and items. They've added new statues, a questionably large number of toilets, several new lava-themed decorative items, several new biome-themed torches for the desert, coral, corruption, crimson, hallowed, and jungle. They've added matching campfires to go with every single one of the new torches, 2 new water-changing fountains, 2 new monoliths, potted indoor trees, a few new wiring-related items, the truffle worm cage and cages for most of the new critters, and a final pink colour. Alright, this is the last one. Over a dozen new vanity outfits, several new hair and hat-based vanity items, several new animal ear and tail vanity items, several new vanity accessories, 3 new dyes, 2 dozen new hairstyles, the last of the developer sets, more than 10 new pets, more than 10 new mounts, and then to round off today's video, they've added the minecart, digging molecart, and many other vanity minecart variants. That's it, boys. It's done. My final news video. What do you think? Quite a mouthful, right? Feel like I got a bit of a sore throat after that one. But guys, I did want to take a little bit of time. I'm going to do this quick because genuinely the thought of it is, you know, it can get me quite emotional, for real, because I've been doing it for so long. But I just want to say a massive thank you to the Terraria community for supporting me over the years. You know, I feel like a lot of you, especially if you're older, have kind of watched me grow up doing this, and the thought of that is, you know, it's crazy. I'm so grateful to Red and Senex for, you know, absolutely changing my life, and the same goes for all of you. This is the beginning of a new chapter, especially for Terraria. I mean, we've just gone over the biggest update probably in Terraria's history, so it's not like Terraria's going anywhere. But this little chapter of my life, I think it's over. Right. Guys, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the Master Mode stream tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.